Chapter 5 Tied in Knots. Sorry, I was trying to tap something away off my screen, but instead it moved on to the next scene. So, Tied in Knots. The days after the gala are full of a confusing blend of emotions. On one hand, you and Lexus are closer than ever. But on the other, Vance's vague dread is hanging over both your heads. At work on Monday, you enter Alexa's office. Any updates from you-know-who? None. Not to saying she knows my secrets. It's been radio silence. I have no idea what she intends of anything. Alexis runs her hand through a ponytail, tired and exasperated. For what I know, she doesn't show anything at all. She's just drawing dice at her board, hoping one will strike true. Either way, I don't like it. She does know I'm velvet rule. It could put your anonymity at risk. She knows about me will handle it. I knew the risk of agreeing to be your streaming partner. I knew my identity might get leaked. And yet I promised myself that the risk would never come to fruition. I was trying to change Sebastian's outfit to like the casual work outfit that he usually wears. But then when I saw her still wearing what she was wearing at the little gala, I was like, well, fuck it. But then I was gonna just continue as on, like, you know what, fine. Just change back, didn't see nothing. But I tapped past what he said, so I had to restart it. I refuse to be the reason you're tossed into the battlefield of public opinion. I appreciate it, but I'm a grown man, Alexis. Let me worry about my public perception. As if I couldn't help but worry about you. Alexis' sharp tone startles you slightly. You stare at her, at loss, until her shoulders sag. I apologize. I shouldn't have snapped like that. I'm just wild a little tight. I can tell. You hesitate, then reach across the desk and lightly touch her wrist. Alexis' fingers twitch, but she remains still. We have each other's backs. That's what matters in all this. Just keep trying to figure out what Vance knows. She's desperate to bring you down. That'll make her sloppy, and you find a gap in her armor. I'm going for the kill. You nod. Between you passes a strange, heated electricity, with a sudden urge to kiss her. But a sharp knock at the door causes you both to jerk back instantly. Miss Onward, ma'am, I have some concerns about... Oh. Steven's gaze chills when it falls on you. You blink back at him, unfazed. He's still so pissed I got put on Alexis' personal staff, and not him, as if he deserved it. Be professional. Good morning, Steven. You seem a little harried. Steven's lip twitches, as if he's trying, and failing, to conceal his jealousy. As a matter of fact, I am harried. It's all your fault. Be mindful how you speak to your peers, Coulter. I won't tolerate unprofessional behavior in my office. You express a shit-eating grin, hearing you referred to as peer is clearly testing Steven's sanity. Apologies, ma'am, but I have some serious misgivings with Sebastian's NSFW pitch. After signing that lewd model last week, we already had a sponsor drop out. Steven slides some papers across Alexis' desk. A small kernel of worry forms in your gut. If my pitch ends up costing those sponsors, the profits could plummet. Alexis barely glances at the papers before shoving them back to Steven. We also deal with one kitchenware manufacturer. We got into two. But I doubt toy manufacturers, ma'am. And a sponsor is a sponsor. Is there any merit to your concerns, aside from persuasional handwriting? Ma'am, are you worried about that? Ma'am, are you worried that this was set out presented for our entire brand. If we align ourselves with what culture? Be very careful how you finish that thought. Stephen gawks at Alexis, clearly taken off guard by Alexis' intensity. He swallowed hard. Stephen doesn't understand how close Alexis is to the issue. He doesn't know Alexis is an SW streamer. And Alexis is extra tense because of Francis' threats at the gala. Maybe I can help diffuse the situation by not spending about 8, 10, or 12 diamonds on a dialogue option. Oh! Okay, good. Steven, try to have faith in the pitch. This new strategy is still in the early stages. We won't really see the benefits for at least a quarter. It's a good sign our profit margins are up, that we're attracting more sponsors than we're losing. I suppose there's some wisdom in that. It's natural to be nervous, but there's no cause for it. It's like Alexis said. Suddenly, Alexis stands and dramatically throws the door open, pointing for you and Steven to leave. Out, both of you. Now. I don't have time for this impotence. They're so startled by Alexis' dismissal, they don't realize you'll blunder until a beat later. Crap. I just called Alexis by her first name, didn't I? Yeah. Sheepishly, you follow Steven out the door. You glance at Alexis as you pass, hoping to convey how sorry you are. Alexis' gaze is completely incomprehensible. She mouths an ominous warning. We'll talk about this later. Alexis' door shuts with a jarring. I backed away from the phone. Alexis' door shuts with a jarring finality. Steven shoots you a suspicious look. Alexis? It was just a stupid misstep. I overestimated how friendly Miss Ironwood and I are. You draw the excuse in a desperate attempt to dispel Steven's suspicion. But, that's true. Even more incompetent than I thought. He leans in closer, his smile threatening and knowing. But somehow, I don't think so. Somehow, I think you and Alexis are exactly as friendly as you think. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. For your sake, I hope that's true. But is something fishy going on here, Sebastian? Wait, no, he's white. He wouldn't say Sebastian. That was an accident. But something fishy going on here, Sebastian? Steven pats your shoulder. I hate words. Diversely. You jerk away from his touch. And yes, I've been purposely, with the name I chose, and purposely saying it like accented only for Alexis. Sebastian. Instead of just Sebastian. Only started doing that literally the very first chapter, because when I was typing up Sebastian, my phone was only suggesting it with like accented letters. I'm like, no, just spell it normally. Just spell Sebastian normally. It's like the little comma things above an E and or an A, but there's none where it just no accent. Like, I will add the accent in when I read it, game. You don't have to add it in when I'm typing it. I'll get to the bottom of it, and I'll use it to ruin you. Oh, that's where it fell. Oh, the cat to my pen fell. Oh. I'll read the whole thing. Hold up. Try to remember. But is something fishy is going on here, Sebastian? I'll get to the bottom of it, and I'll use it to ruin you. Steven walks off, leaving you rooted to the spot. Your ears begin to ring, your vision tunneling. I need to get out of here. You rush down the stairs to the building's lobby, desperate to get any distance between yourself and Steven. For a senseless moment, you debate just walking out of the building entirely, but... Sebastian, wait up! Morgan hustles out of the elevator. eyeing you with concern. She guides you to a clear, quiet corner. I saw you take off after talking to Steven. What the hell's going on? If that son of a bitch did something. Steven didn't do anything this time, Morgan. I have to tell you something. I can't keep it to myself anymore. What are we telling her? Because I don't want to tell her. So I don't think you should. I think you should shut up. I think you should shut up and not tell her. After making Morgan swear up and down that she won't repeat the information, you tell her everything. You watch her expression shift from shock, confusion, to joy, to concern, to anger over the course of the story. So first, one of Ironwood's business school rivals threatens her. Now Steven is threatening you. I can't believe I slipped up and called Alexis. Well, Alexis. We promised to keep our arrangement a secret. Well, what if Steven finds out the truth? Right now, Steven seems to assume something sexual going on with me and Alexis. And there is. You and Velvet, are doing freaky stuff on camera. Right, but the truth of it is so much more lurid. We're not just hooking up together. We're streaming together. Steven is already writing my NSFW pit so hard. What if he do if he finds out Velvet and... What if he do if he finds out about Velvet and Torpedo? Morgan scrubs one hand over her face, agitated. I don't want to be that person, Sebastian. Fuck it. I don't want to be that person, Sebastian. Why don't you agree to this? It's such a huge risk. Are you sure you weren't swept up by Ironwood status? By the fact that you're one of her fanboys? You probably won't believe me. I wouldn't if I were you. But I swear that's not what it was. I've had these feelings for such a long time. Watching Velvet streams, watching Velvet streams scratch this itch, but they didn't soothe it. Meeting Alexis, finding out she's Velvet, and becoming her sub, it's been like a dream come true. I know it's hard to understand someone who doesn't have these same urges, but this has been really important to me. I mean, all of them. I tapped my pen to my phone, and it left a mark, you bitch. She's doing all of them. Alexis is someone who gets me. I didn't have anyone IRL who I could talk to about Dom and sub dynamics. Now I tell my Alexis. And then I smudged the pen ink on my phone. How? I love you more. What is isolating, knowing you'll never really get it. Alexis finally gave me that outlet. And to think this whole situation might spoil everything, it sucks. More than I cannot say. Morgan processed your words, her expression as neutral as and non-judgmental as it can be. At length, she sighs. If it does go up the flames, if it does all go up the flames, it's not because you called her Alexis once. It sounds like there's a bunch of crap happening that's out of your control. I'm sure Ironwood knows that. I hope so. Otherwise, I'll be right back where I started before. Fuck you. I'll be right back where I was before this all started. Uh-oh. Looks like I stumbled onto the heart. Uh-oh. It looks like I stumbled on a heart-to-heart. You turn to find Steven sauntering over, coffee in hand, grinning smugly. Morgan scowls. If you know what's good for you, Steven, you turn around and march back up in the office. That regret, Morgan. No more regret than what you said to Sebastian earlier. Morgan, don't. Yeah, Morgan. If Sebastian can't fight his own battles, he can just make Alexis do it. Hot, righteous anger surges within you. You ball your hands into fists and face Steven. I'm I'm not doing that. I know you don't like me. You never have. But implication that I slept my way to the top is insulting. Seriously, Sebastian? Sorry, fuck it. Seriously, Sebastian has done more for this company in a year than you have in 5. It's just curious, isn't it? For all this success before a junior employee. Success didn't befall me, Steven. I worked for it. Hard. I earned my successes. Besides, I'm not a junior employee anymore, am I? You're South America, no. You've become quite the asset to Ms. Ironwood lately. Given that she prompted you on a slight, it clearly has more to do with your looks than your actual work ethic. If you ain't that, then it sounds like you're jealous. Be honest, Steven. Are you upset because you think I was sleeping with the CEO, or are you upset that you didn't get noticed by Miss Ironwood first? That's a hideous assumption. To stoop so low. Oh, I'm the one who's stooping low. After you implied what you did about me and Ironwood. Let's face facts, Steven. You couldn't cut it. You haven't been able to cut it for a single second since starting here. And now you can't accept the fact that an employee you set up to fail is surpassing you. Steven's cheeks are molted, his eyebrow twitching. People have started to stare. I'd be very, very careful if I were you. My assumptions are right. I have the power to end you. Another dread. You've broken employee rules twice now. It's bad enough to blackmail me once on company grounds. Twice in a single day. Not a great look, Steven. Especially since he has me as a witness this time. If you want to talk about who has more evidence against him right now, I look in the mirror. Steven sneers, but you seem to have shaken his confidence a bit. This isn't over, Sebastian. Not by a long shot. As he walks away, a sobbing thought occurs to you. You might have convinced Steven to leave you alone, but if Alexis ends our partnership, then this whole argument was moot. There really will be nothing between us. But then there wouldn't be so much more chapters of this book. As I don't know that, because not all chapters are out, and it won't show them all to me. But what is this is chapter 5, right? Yeah, there's more. It is 4:52 in the morning, and I, for once, have to be somewhere before 3 p.m. Duh. I'm not gonna sleep, because 2-3 o'clock is usually when I start to sleep. So the workday passes in a blur. By nightfall, you're more anxious to face Alexis than you were a few hours ago. I'm not doing a sultry voice anymore for the narration, because we're not in her house, we're not in the bedroom, so I'm being tame. You find Alexis on the couch, furiously typing away on her laptop. She's muttering to herself. Overarching positive trends. No, damn it. Overwhelmingly positive trends. Ma'am? Alexis choked at the sound of your voice. Turned to you with a wild look. She didn't notice you come in. Sebastian, what are you doing here? It's Tuesday night. No, ma'am, it's Monday. We stream on Mondays. Alexis swears under her breath and sets her laptop aside, then runs her hand nervously through her hair. Good. Monday. Of course it's Monday. I haven't set up the studio. Still frazzled, she walks down the hall to the studio. Bewildered, you follow. Alexis' hands are shaking as she attempts to set up a suspension rig. Her movements hurried and sloppy. If you don't feel in a position to want to stream tonight, Alexis, then, we don't have to. And the smudge on my phone is finally gone. Thank you. Ma'am, can we talk? No. Hi? No. Can I offer you a drink before stream? Hey, that. Oh my goodness. I'll go to the bar and get my bottle. That's not what I meant. Just here. You take her by the shoulders and steer to the edge of your stream bed. You sit beside her. You're not even looking right at me. Did you really forget about the stream? Or you just forget to tell me it's off? If you don't want to stream with me tonight, I appreciate if you let me know straight up. What are you talking about? You think I'm just clumsily trying to end our arrangement? I never did it to you. Ever. I never did it to you. Ever. I can't even fathom on what grounds you think I do it. Might slip up earlier in your office, calling you Lexus in front of Steven. You seem angry, and on top of everything that happened with France, I thought you might be rethinking things. Alexis stares incredulously. Words. Words I know how to say, but my mouth says, no, let's not. Alexis stares incredulously at you for a moment, then shakes her head, her expression drawn. I acted angrily to your slip up because the situation demanded it. You're my subordinate at work, not my partner. Calling me Alexis my office is a professional breach. If I hadn't cited you for it right there, then Steven would have suspected preferential treatment. The problem is, Alexis, he does suspect it. He all but threatened to expose me the second you kicked us both out. What? That's blackmail. It's completely unacceptable. I already took care of it on my own. I already took care of my own way. Between me and Morgan. You told Morgan about this? Sebastian. Never mind that right now. You can't let Steven know I told you this. Just vindicate him. If he finds out I ran straight to you to tattle on him, he'll know we're having private conversations. He'll think we're lovers or something. Don't give him more cause to be suspicious. Lovers. The word sounds heavy, almost wistful on Alexis' tongue. She glances at the glassy eye of the camera, dark and inert. I'm sorry, Sebastian. You didn't sign up for any of these complications when you agreed to be my submissive. I'm supposed to be a competent, professional dummy, not a whatever this is. Alexis, I think maybe we need to cancel tonight's stream. Cancel stream? I've never done that. Yeah, I noticed. And I'm starting to realize this because you don't give yourself a break ever. But you're a ball of nervous energy. You won't be on your game, and you'll be overextending yourself. Once more, Alexis glances at the cameras as if sizing up her potential foe. She hangs her head. You're right. I can't be Velvet tonight. But I'm not sure I can be Alexis Ironwood either. Then, don't. Be Alexis Harriet. You should be able to relax for once. You're constantly working. Even your own home. It's gonna run you ragged unless you take a break. Alexis laughs, harsh and reedy, then shakes her head. I'm not sure I know how to do that. There's an easy solution for that. Jesus Christ. There's an easy solution for that. I can teach you. A short while later, he power pillows onto Alexis' couch till the entire barren surface has been hidden with fluff. Are you absolutely sure you just want to watch a movie? If you don't stream, you'll cut the revenue. I can live without that for one night. Besides, I'd rather stream with a relaxed stomach than, well, you judge Alexis' general being. She chuckles, warm and soft. She might be offended, but you're right. I'm a wreck, aren't I? Your words, not mine. You hold Alexis' gaze for a long moment, then look away when your cheeks start to feel warm. Alexis clears her throat. Well, this is your plan, so that jam is up to you. What are you in the mood for? Because they're cheesy. Let's go with a rom-com. Nothing takes your mind off things than an easy, straightforward rom-com. I can't say I'm particularly familiar with the gene. What's the draw? Unrealistic, happy ever afters. People finding each other against impossible odds. You scroll through her vast library. That's a new one. Library. You scroll through her vast library of digital media. Find the sweetest rom-com available. Here, April Rain. A serious florist and a quirky meteorologist form an unlikely bond. That synopsis as a whole is better than nothing. Now I'm curious to see how it unfolds. I got the smell of rubbing alcohol in my nose right now because I'm trying to get nail polish off. I'm trying not to die, choking on it. To your surprise, the movie ends up being more of a dramedy than a straight comedy. The romance is heartfelt and poignant. Huh? See? Told you Mary wouldn't let Shane leave without saying goodbye. Now that her meddling mother has gotten out of the way, maybe she can be happy. I hope so. I never want two characters to get together more. You suddenly realize that you're clinging to each other under the blankets. The curve of her sides pressed against yours, her head practically resting on your shoulder. You can smell the fragrant breath of her perfume, the fruity hint of her shampoo. Thankfully, I only painted one hand. I'm in the dark, so I can't even tell if I got it off. Oh. It's off? That's crazy. I got it, like, well off. All fingers. Am I dumb? Oh my god. You can blame it on how emotional the movie has made you, how heartfelt it is, but we never this close without there being some kind of sexual contact before. Your arm tentatively wraps around Alexa's middle, and your heart dumps harder when she leans into the touch. You get tense all of a sudden. Something in your mind? You blink, startled, and find her playful, dark gaze fist in your face. You swallow. No, I was just thinking this is a departure for us. Normally you'd be dumbing me right now. It sounds like you're sad you missed out. Taking a night off was your call, mind you. I know. I'm glad I did. But you want something to take the edge off, right? I see, I'm fine where I am. I told you that day off would be a good idea. I meant it. That means I don't need you to be my dummy. Alexa's eyes widen slightly. You almost miss it. I almost miss it before she smiles again, all charm. Then what do you need me to be? Alexis. Just Alexis. Okay. I can try that. I'm about to turn a fucking flash on. Just so I can see what I'm doing. Hold on. I'm keep reading, but I'm just gonna look at my hands. With a hum, Alexis settles back against you, warm and constant. That's how you stay for the rest of the film. And if anyone asks you tomorrow how the movie ended, you'll have no clue. Because this moment, the only thing you can focus on is the way she feels pressed close to your side. Get off! After the movie, you and Alexis retreat to the terrace for drinks and snacks. The night air is soothing on your skin after the confusing heat of being bundled up with her through the movie. You really shouldn't be reading too much into it. Alexis is vulnerable. She needed some support. But it felt so good just being with her like that. No mask, no codes, no rules. Alexis has been quiet since you stepped out to the balcony. At length, she clears her throat. So, the judge was very supportive about the cancellation, just like you said they'd be. I feel guilty anyway, citing I have concern when I'm perfectly fine. You weren't perfectly fine before, Alexis. You know, mental health is still health. You were spinning out, distracted, nervous. You got a lot on your plate, and a ton on your mind. You wouldn't expect an athlete to run with a sprained ankle. Why should you perform when your mind is strained? Alexis looks at you for a long moment, her honeyed eyes all but glowing in the moonlight. I don't think anyone has ever said anything like that to me. Not even my own family. My parents meant well, but they always had something to prove. To themselves, to the industry, to the country. Working hard was their primary goal their entire lives. It became my goal because I didn't know what else to want. Is that why I became a dumbass? Because even in your spare time, you can't help want that level of commitment. Yes and no. I think partially I gave stability and systems. More than that though, Alexis leans forward, elbows on her knees, and gazes out at the city. I like taking care of things, of people. I like solving problems. Being a dummy felt like a healthy outlet for that. Having someone's pleasure, their trust, in my hands, it's a huge responsibility. I'm getting to go with this bad Spanish accent. It's becoming mid. I almost don't have to think about it when I do it. It still sucks. Don't get me wrong, I know it still sucks, but hey, I'm working on it. You're a CEO, Alexis. I doubt you're hurting for responsibility. No, but as the head of I would limit it. I can only control the room. I can only command attention. People who look like me can't afford a week, especially as a woman. My mother taught me that early on. I think it's better that I'm what is a woman, not a man. Because, more hardships as a woman to get where she is than a man. Mexican American and a woman. A man, whatever, is a man. Fuck off. And also, any book that lets me pick a man instead of default me to a woman, I'm gonna pick a man. Unless all the male options are ugly, and I actually prefer the female options then. But if I can pick my gender, I'm always gonna pick a man. Asterisk. You have twice as much to prove, so you have to be the immovable wall, the woman made of iron. Honestly, I can't imagine what it's like to be a woman. Yeah, I can't imagine what it's like to be a woman. Oh my god, like, what is it like to be a woman? I would never know. I'm half laughing, half fake crying. How do I say that? I can't imagine what it's like to be a woman, says Sebastian, who the person playing him is, in fact, a woman. It's like, alright, Sebastian, you don't need to brag. You got it easy. Actually, that's basically what he's doing. It was like a brag. Like, I can't imagine what it's like to be a woman. Like, oh, okay. I can't imagine what it's like to be a woman. I don't want to sound patronizing or anything, but it's hard work. You've broken barriers I'll never have to. And I have the benefit of being a nepo baby with a rich mother. A woman that's fortunate than me have it way worse. Me and them is the only way. I would have it all. I can control outcomes. I can manage a situation. But I can do it in a way that benefits someone else. That makes my sub happy. Oh my god, I don't know how to describe it. And it's gonna be a long-winded way of me trying to say it. But the microphone on my hair just like flipped up and down when I leaned back. It just like smacked top of my forehead. But it's fuzzy, so it didn't hurt. It's just a little slap. But Oh my god, I don't know how to. Oh my god. I don't know how to explain it. In most books, when there's a single love interest, like Surrender, The Nanny Affair, this book, other books I can't think of right now, when it's only like one love interest, so you're like going to be with them regardless of what you choose. You are usually, I can't even think of other books where, yeah, your character is default to a woman, but since it's a single love interest book, you can pick it to be a man or a woman, right? You don't have to default it to being a man. You can make it gay, pick a woman, right? Okay. The only exception to that is the two book. God damn! The only exception to that is the two books, called All of Us. Both books are called that. Is one of them is All of Us, her story, so you default into a woman, duh. And All of Us, his story, so you default into a man, but your only love interest being the same gender. Because it was literally a gay. It was a gay book. Both of them were gay books. Like, yeah, your character's default gay. Your love interest default the same gender as you. What I was trying to say is, in the single love interest books, you don't usually get to pick your gender, just the other person's, right? Right, so you can make it straight or you can make it a W. This is like the only one, maybe not the only one, but the one that I read. Oh, there is one other, stupid hockey one. I'm not reading it though. I got like partway through it and I got bored of it. Where you can actually change. You can pick a man, not just stay as a woman. But unlike that other one, the hockey one, I can't think of. I think it might just be Hot Shot. This one has like, the dialogue is not weird. Right? It's not weird. In like The Nanny Affair, I've said it. If you watched it, I've said there are things. You watch her for a moment, your heart skipping at the soft smile curling her perfect lips. I said it in The Nanny Affair that there are some conversation things that don't make sense when Sam is a woman, not a man, because Sophia, if you remember, the woman that Sam is supposed to marry obviously doesn't marry because they end up with you, right? Sophia's father is misogynistic as hell, and so is Sophia's brother. Her father makes a slight about women on their time of the month, and then he turns to Sam like, am I right, Sam? As in, like, he was expecting Sam to agree with him, right? It's like, a woman, am I right? You know, on their time of the month, they get so emotional. He's making a jab towards Sam, which will only make sense if Sam was a male, but since the Sam I picked was a woman, it's like, if anything, she's gonna punch you in the face. She's not really gonna agree with you. But if she punches you, you can say she's on her time because she's emotional. Like, no. You just, like, the dialogue doesn't make sense. This one changes the dialogue and also the choices that I can select to make it accommodating to the fact I'm a man, she's a woman, you know? I've never seen that. That's like one thing this book does right. The art style, looking partly animated and then also way too realistic, is drawing shit off of me. I spoke too much. I'm just gonna keep reading. I'm sorry. I just want to appreciate that I never seen that. I never seen conversation like that where it's like I get the option to say I can't imagine what it's like to be a woman, because it's like, oh my god, the game's actually acknowledging the fact that I'm not a woman. And fucking immoral desires. But last thing. In fucking immoral desires, you can pick your gender, right? You pick your gender, you can pick Cass's gender, you can pick Gabriel or Gabriella, you can pick their gender, right? You can pick their gender and your own. But there are some instances where the game obviously had this in mind for your character to be a female. Because your mom would normally call you her baby girl, but instead she said her baby guy, and that doesn't make sense. And then like you get misgendered sometimes, like okay, that's okay. And then Case was supposed to be a female, not a male, because it misgenders him too. And it's like, you had one job, and I'm glad that this book does its one job and genders correctly. Anyways, I'm sorry. And you never wish your sub was, and you never wish your sub was also your partner in other ways. The mood shifts almost immediately. Alexis hardens before your eyes and turns slightly away from you. I know better than to mix business with feeling. This is what I'm trying to say, Alexis. You can modify every single aspect of your life. You don't have to become you don't have to be a dumb for business. You can share it with someone you love. And you think I really have space to love anyone? You snap your mouth shut, stunned. Alexis stands, shaking her head, and stalks back into the apartment. You follow close on Alexis' heels, bewildered and hurt. What the hell do you mean you don't have space to love for someone? Alexis, everyone needs love. I'm not arguing against that. I'm a very influential woman with a very dirty secret, Sebastian. Don't you get it? If you're going into business with me, has put you at risk. I told you, I handle Stephen, and I'm sure you'll handle Vance. You can't guarantee that. Any of it. I spent all day trying to determine what Vance even knows. Why do you think I've been so distracted, so tense, and trying to find a way to protect you, dammit? I'm telling you, we'll figure it out together. We're partners. Sure, as you really reminded me, that doesn't mean we're romantic. I thought you knew I couldn't offer you that when you signed that contract. Listen to me, dammit. I'm trying to be your friend. I'm trying to be there for you. You don't realize you stepped close into each other's spaces till you feel her breath warm your cheek. The heat in her gaze is unlike anything you've ever seen. It's not the playful fox-like dominance of Velvet. It's not the cool, controlled lust of Alexis Ironwood. This is different. Well, words alone aren't getting through to her. Maybe I can speak a language she understands. You launch yourself at Alexis and embrace her, your lips crashing against hers in a passionate kiss. Alexis immediately responds, her firm, luscious curves melt into you, chest to chest. In the heat of passion, you quickly rid each other of your clothes, tossing to the living room floor. Alexis groans when she sees you bare before her, but all at once, guilt seems to creep into her physique. Wait, Sebastian, are you sure? The contract says... Forget the contract, Alexis. Look at how your hands are shaking. You drive your fingers into her hair. pulling her back down to you as you both stumble toward a plush leather couch. You need this. You need connection. Don't tell me I'm wrong, 'cause I know I'm not. Alexis let out Alexis lets out a low, ragged breath against your neck, her hands gripping your waist with a sudden, desperate intensity. I spend every waking hour being the person everyone expects me to be. I've forgotten how to just be. Then let me show you. No personas tonight. Your lips graze her jaw, and she shudders pleasantly. Pleasantly. Sebastian, why? Why could you all this effort for me? I'm doing it because I want the person behind the mask. I've seen the CEO, and I've seen the Dame. But I want the person who's exhausted, Alexis. I want the person who's hiding behind the secret accounts and the high-profile stress. I want the real woman. You brush a stray hair from her forehead, your gaze softening, even as your heart hammers against your ribs. She leans into your touch, the armor she wears every day, finally cracking, she pulls you closer. If you keep looking at me like that, if you keep looking at me like I'm more than a name, I'm going to lose my mind. Then lose it. You kiss, hungry and frantic. Alexis moves with fluid grace, moving you until you press against the back of the couch. Her hands begin to roam, tracing the lines of your body. Her palms slide with a desperate friction over the hard muscle of your waist. She searches the solid, heaving planes of your pecs, her hands trembling as they tease your sensitive chest. You have no idea how heavy it is. Pretending. Always pretending. Then drop it, Alexis. No rules, no streaming, no sub-dummy roles. Just us. I can't believe you want it. I just can't believe you want it. Want me? Of course I do. Is that obvious? Alexis' lips Alexis' lips graze your earlobe, making you shudder. Ever the Dame, her voice dips to low gravel. And that's what you want? But do you... that's what you want. What do you need, Sebastian? I need you to leave a mark. A dark, hungry light flickers in her eyes, stripped of all performance. And then that's what you have? Alexis doesn't hesitate. Her hands line up to cup your face before she tilts your head back, exposing your throat. She drags her teeth along the sensitive core of your neck, a low growl vibrating against your skin. Ugh. She sinks her teeth into the hard, tense muscle of your shoulder, marking your skin with a frantic possessiveness. The sharp sting sends a jolt of pure electricity straight to your groin. You claw her back, pulling her closer. Don't be gentle. I want to feel how much you've been holding back. Trust me, I won't. Alexis lets out a ragged breath, with her mouth lowered to nip the sensitive skin of your chest. She catches your nipple between her teeth, drawing a sharp, needy cry from your lips. You want more, and she can sense it. She lifts her gaze to meet yours, intense and heated. Tell me. The way she anticipates your unspoken command is sexier than anything else she ever experienced. Ignore my stomach. I need to touch you inside. You slide your hand down, finding that slick heat between Alexis' gorgeous thighs. Oh, Sebastian. Goodness. You sink 2 fingers deep inside her, watching her eyes gaze over on a soft moan. This book has no filters. It's okay. For once, let me take care of you. You increase the pace. Your thumb finds her center. She rocks against you, controlling the rhythm in her own way. There, right there, Sebastian. Alexis' fingers digging into your shoulder, She looks at you with a vulnerability that breaks your heart. You can do anything in the world to me right now, and I think I say yes. You release her, your hand glistening. You lick the slick off your fingers. That's not what I want. I want you to do what you want. Alexa's thoughts are clearly churning behind her eyes. At length, she gently rubs your nape. I want whatever you feel when you look at me. In that case, I want to bend you over. You guide Alexis to the edge of the couch. She looks over her shoulder at you, her eyes shimmering when unshed tears and desire. I've got you. You're safe with me. Somehow, I really believe that. You enter her. Oh. I mean, I know where this is going. I just said bend over, but. Oh. This brings me back to what I'm saying. This book was ready to be inclusive of however you picked your characters to be. You're a male or a woman. You're a man or a woman. I am word, man, woman. It was ready to do whatever the fuck you wanted. Other books don't accommodate like that. Like, okay, I'll give you guys that. And the no filter thing. Alright, cool. The only thing throwing me off is the art style. Anyways, you enter her with a slow, possessive push, your hands anchoring her as she lets out a long, shuddering breath. Sebastian, thank you. I should be more saying that. The rhythm you find is steady and deep, a physical manifestation of the trust she's finally placing in you. The tension reaches a fever pitch, your body's moving in a perfect, desperate harmony. Suddenly, he curls tight inside. Alexis, I got you. Stay with me. With one final, powerful surge, the world explodes in a kaleidoscope of sensation. You collapse together, panting. The silence that follows is heavy and sweet, broken only by the sound of your synchronized, ragged gasp for air. Alexis buries her face in the crook of your neck, like you're keeping her from shattering into a million pieces. I think I understand why you did this. You care about me, don't you? Alexis, what gave it away? You nudge your nose with yours, a small, genuine smile tugging at your lips despite the heavy weight in your chest. I think literally everything I've done up until now might be that giveaway, but... Yeah, okay, I get it. I'm a repressed idiot who doesn't understand basic tenderness. It feels quiet now. My head is finally quiet because you're here. Then I'll make sure it stays quiet. You deserve that at least. Alexis hums, her eyes bright as she gazes at you. She looks content, even happy. I can't tell you how long it's been since I haven't had to perform, especially since the sudden buzz of Alexis' phone jars you both. Grimson, Alexis picks it up and checks it. Interesting. Oh god, don't tell me there's some new issue to worry about. It depends on your definition of good issue. There's an office party next week. An office party? Nosy coworkers and an open bar. Plus the CEO and his subordinate, who are pretending they haven't seen each other strip down. Right. What could possibly go wrong?